everyone. My name is Tasneem. I'm the senior manager at 98 percentile in the HR department. And today we did a wonderful drive with XLR. It was amazing right from the very beginning, from the very first day when I got in touch with them till today. I think it was an extremely smooth journey with them. There were multiple follow-ups done by the representatives in order to check that we would be, what time we would be coming, how many people would be coming, what vehicle we would get. To that extent, they were so precise in giving all the information to us. It was extremely great to get associated with them and have a drive at XLR campus. So we are very, very happy that we got a chance to do this. Now, coming to the students, what XLR had, I think they were extremely enthusiastic. They were well prepared. They were aware of what they are coming for. I think there was some back-end preparation which they did that was commendable. They also were very confident and they were open to any kind of thing we were asking them to do. That was I think the best part. Now, I really hope we have a very, very fruitful association with each one of them and XLR in future. We are really looking forward to have many more drives like this.
Hi everyone, my name is Prachi Sharma and I'm the Senior Project Manager for IT Department at 90th percentile. So today we were here for this IT bootcamp, right, this technical drive and at XLR. So it was a great experience and I would feel that the students, they are the freshers, right, but it doesn't seem like that. So if I talk about their technical and cognitive ability, they all seems pretty good in that and that's what I felt. And I guess they have been taught pretty well at XLR, so that's how they have performed good in their aptitude and the technical tests. So I wish them all the best and it was a very great experience over here.
Hi, this is Patan, Technology Consulting Manager from 98th percentile. We visited XLR for the campus placement drive and it went very well today. Miss Ambika, Miss Pragati, everyone received us greatly here and we had a lot of enjoyable time here. The students even had great experience with us. They were interactive, they had good aptitude and all the technological skills they showed. I think they were all well and we really appreciate their time that they spared to us and I think we will be doing a great job. We are expecting a lot of people to be hired from them. Let's see. it was a great experience altogether.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
From entering into this cyber tower to exiting out of this tower, the XLR team has been received me with such a care and pleasure.
I am the part of this XLR since 4 months. From the third month itself, they have conducted the placement sessions from the third month itself, and this is the fourth month, and this is the 98th percentile is one of the placement drive I have attended so far, and attending to this drive is such a good experience for me. All the HRs and the team made us feel very comfortable and confident.
XLR helped me a lot, and I experienced a lot of things today. So I'm really hope to be I placed in that company. I'm confident about that. Thank you.
Hi all, good evening. So I'll just start in a minute, okay? Meanwhile, I have shared a form. Please feel free to fill it. It'll just let me know what kind of students are joined here so that I can revamp or work accordingly. Okay? The form is like this, right? It just let you know about you, like what kind of which year you are graduation year, like which you are getting past. Is it like 23 or 24? Do you have any internship, any jobs? Your portfolios, GitHub profile, all these things. If I get, it'll be really helpful for me. Okay. Just wait for a couple more minutes and we'll start. People can respond in chat. Someone raised their hands. What's that? Okay. So, Yashwant, do you have any queries? I'll just start in a minute. Okay. Amazing. So, welcome you all for this 16 hours program, and today is day 2. So, we're just going to start again, like from the basics. So, introduction to the programming world. Fine. So I'm just going to start with the basics like programming concepts and principles. Basics irrespective of any programming language. I'm audible? Can you hear me? Can someone say yes or no? Okay, great. So what is the basics of programming, right? So everything happens with syntax. Every program has their own syntax, different kind of syntax, right? Syntax. What is syntax? Syntax defines the rules and the structures for writing valid code in programming language. what is valid code? Valid code means something which is understood by particular machine or whatever programming language, compiler or interpreter, whatever it has. So that is called as valid code, and there is some constructs for everything. So what it includes, it has something like variables, data types, statements, expressions, classes, objects. There are many things. Every programming language has many things. Basically, we need to write the syntax properly so that it runs. Okay. Now let's come to data types. What are data types? Data types define the kind of data which we can use to manipulate in the programming language. Why we need data types? For example, let's say I'm going to create a bank account in software. I need to have my name, my date of birth, my other details like residential address, many things, whether it's a joint account, single account, gender. There are many things, right? So for those we need different kind of data. For example, name, I need something called as string. For account number, I need integer. For balance, I need floating point number, right? I can have address, I can create custom defined types. So these are really required for anything to create. Okay, that is data types. Cool. Now let's understand variables. We understood syntax and data types. Now coming to variables, what are variables? Variables means every programming language has something to store and manipulate the data. For example, when I said use bank name, right? We need to have a variable to be holding that value, or account name, account number. We can have a variable to store that, right? And again, those variables have data types like strings, integers, booleans, all those things. Okay. Now let's go to the next one. Operators. What are operators? Operators means they are the symbols or keywords which are used to perform some operations. Operations like addition, subtraction, comparison, logical operations, logics, or whatever it is. For example, what you want to do? You went to online, right? You purchase something, and the amount gets debited from your account. What do we have to do? We have to subtract. If someone transfers amount to you via Google Pay, anything, addition happens, right? The addition to the your balance. Comparison means you go to any e-commerce website, and what do? You try to compare two to three products. That's where we need comparisons. Cool. Next, logical operation. Logical operation means I want to say, hey, whether this is having good operations or ratings, that kind of things. That's what logical thinking is required. Whether my balance is really less. If I want to, my balance is 10,000 rupees. If I want to withdraw 20,000, it should logically say, hey, you are out of balance, or your balance is less. You cannot withdraw the money. These are the real time comparisons which will get it. Cool. Next, control structures. Every program has control structures. Why we need controls? Just now I told, if my balance is less than the amount which I'm debiting, we need to have like, hey, if the balance is lesser than the amount which I want to debit, it has to throw some error saying that, hey, insufficient balance. That's where we use something like conditions, like if so and so allow, otherwise say you don't have enough balance. Switch case. Loops means, for example, I want to calculate sum of some numbers, or say you are writing some exams, you want to calculate all the marks of your subjects. Then I can just iterate through the subject using loops and get you total marks for that semester, or it could be anything. Okay. While loop means, as long as, for example, let's see, now until 9 o'clock you are allowed to enter exam, something like that. So while the time is 9 o'clock, we can let the students enter the exam hall. That is one of the equation. Okay. Next comes functions and methods. Every programming, we have functions, we have methods we basically call in object oriented programming. Okay. What are functions? For example, let's say I want to calculate your average. Your internals, you have three internals basically, or four, some will have two. Average of it will be calculated and taken for your results. So I need to have a function. So I cannot write those code or those lines of things again and again. So what I'll do, I'll create a reusable function where we'll give you all the three IA marks and we'll get the average. Okay. What it makes our code modular, easy to maintain because I'm having the function which I can reuse again and again. Let's go to the next one. Okay. Object oriented programming. What is object oriented programming? Right? In everyday we see things like cars, human being. So I say I want to drive a car. If I consider car as an object, driving will be functionality. It has things like tank, it has things like doors, tank, all these things comes as properties of a car. Driving, brakes, applying brakes, they come as a methods or basically something which behaviors, right? So this is something we can use object oriented programming. Okay, in a class, basically everything is class is like a blueprint. When you have a blueprint, you can build house using blueprint, right? Something like that, we can create objects using blueprint. What a class has data and methods. Data means properties, methods means something which interact with the data. Okay, and we compare with the real world entities and their interactions. Object oriented programming is something which you will hear everywhere. Okay, one more concept. Input and output. Okay, let's say you are filling some online application. For example, you are filling online application for your IAS exam. You need to input your data, right? That's where input and output comes. So I input my data, I fed my data into the website, then I get output saying that, hey, successfully you have registered for this, or you can say some course. That's where we need input output. This is one of the concept. Okay. Control flow means execution goes on, right? So imagine you are going to any e-commerce website. You will select product, you will add to the cart, you will purchase. This is called as flow. So throughout this flow, everything will be happening line by line. Cool. So you people have to observe that flow should be error free. That is everywhere. Okay. And like this, in programming, we'll have function associated with one more function A calling B calling C. So the control flows from one place to other. At the end, we get the result. Okay. Now variables and scope. Previously, I have said about variables. Scope means what? Okay, sorry. Scope means where I can access the variable, right? So imagine you are a student. You can go to your library, your class, your department, but other department students cannot enter your lab. That is called scope. Lecturers can enter anywhere, but you cannot enter lectures hall or like a place where only lecturers are allowed. You can just say in canteen there is a separate area for lecturers. That's a scope for them. Something like this. So we have variables which are scope specific, only particular. Okay. We need to understand this in detail, right? Wherever you go, which will help. Next, error handling. Okay, error handling is one of the important concept. What happens? Imagine you are trying to book a ticket. Okay, let's say red bus or anything. What happens? You selected a seat, you went to the payment. Before you do something, someone books it. So one seat cannot be booked by multiple people, right? That's where error handling should happen. So for example, hey, the seat is already booked. We have to notify the user. That's where error handling happens. Somewhere something is broken. So we have to notify the user. So the logically code should be handled properly. That's where error handling comes into picture. Now next comes libraries and APIs. Libraries means what? It's something pre-written. So people like there are people who write libraries for you and they'll be like, okay, use this. Okay, different libraries are there, use it. And people can use it, make different kind of applications, different kind of website. Okay, that's where the libraries come into picture. API means application programming interface. It is generally used in web application or anywhere because we want to interact with some other software, right? Imagine you want to log into Facebook. You might use Gmail account to log in, sign up. That's like third party. Gmail is different, Facebook is different. Okay. That is one of the thing. Let's go to next. Okay, there are two more things: memory management and some paradigms. Memory management means what? Sometimes you might be seeing like, right, okay, out of memory, or you are playing a game and suddenly what happens? Games crashes, right? You need to restart. What happens? Why that happens? Because of the memory problems. Okay, you need to really understand what issues you will face during coding. If your code runs infinitely, it'll hog a lot of memory. That's what really important. You need to manage memory. Okay, these are the important things. Like in C, C++, it's handled differently. In Java, it's handled differently. In Golang, it's handled differently. Every language has their own set of ways of handling the memory. Like something like garbage collection. Rust is there, which has nothing, automatically handles. Golang handles, right? Okay. Now let's come to paradigms. Like, see, things like procedural is there, object oriented, functional programming. These are the multiple ways of coding it. Like some say functional programming, some say object oriented. So we need to understand which one is better at that instance. Okay. The way we code, the way we solve the problem, that's called, that just tells which way we are doing, whether functional or object oriented. Okay. Now, yesterday I might have told about compilation interpretation. Compilation means definitely we have to translate something into code. For example, let's say there is someone who is coming from France. That person speaks French and you people don't know it. So we need some translator who converts it to at least English or your mother tongue. That's where we need compiler or something like that. So high level language is converted into machine. Machine understands only bits, binary code. Okay. But at once it converts and gives. Compilation means convert once and gives. Translate only once and suddenly run into the machine. Interpreted language means what? Line by line, it reads line and transfers. One line transfer, one line transfer. All those things happens in interpretation. Okay. So you now it's your requirement whether I want to compile everything and then, or compile line by line, or execute line by line and make sure you get the results faster. That is up to you. Cool. Now, last one, like language specific features. Every programming language has unique features and libraries based on the requirement. Everyone has developed thinking something, like they got some problem and they started working on it. That's what language specific features. Okay, fine. So these are the basics. So what we need, why we need. Okay, now let's start with Java. Why I have chosen Java? At least see, to code a program, to make sure that you understand algorithms and data sets, we need to choose one programming language, and I have chosen Java. As I have told, right, when while coding some programs, algorithms or like bubble sort, insertion sort, I'll give you the solution for other programs. Also, if you are interested, you can explore your own. But we'll go deeper into Java, basics of Java, and we'll try to learn more of it. assignment. Let's explore with very scratch. So here, in Java, right, everything is written in class. So here, what I have done, I have written a class called as Java Basics. So syntax for this is public class Java Basics, and the file name and the class name both are same. File name will be Java Basics.java, and here is Java Basics name. Inside this, I will have a main method. Main method is written like public static void main, and here it's an argument. So let's see. Here also, if you really see, this is the same thing. Here I have written hello world, public static void main, array of, this is a string. So don't worry much on this, but just focus on the code which I'm writing inside. Then you'll explore more. Okay. Now, let's say this is printing. For example, if I want to print something on console, what I should use? System.out.println. So println method I'm just going to use, which is from system library, system.out. Okay. So I'll try to run this. So when I run this, I should get hello XLR. Cool. So you people can just copy this here, paste it, and run it. Your people will be able to understand. Okay. Try along with me. Will go very slow, and it will really be helpful for you. Next. So I was saying about variables, right? So next, let's explore this. Here, int is a data type. Okay. Student age is a variable name. In this line, I am declaring a variable which is called as student age. Here, I am assigning a variable with the value 25. Okay. What I can do, I can just check out system dot out dot println, and I'll do student age. If I run this, I should get 25. Clear? Okay. Cool. So here I'm getting student age. Next, the above thing I can write in one line. For example, let's say here integer data type, count is a variable name, and the value is it's holding is 0. Okay. Second one, data type is string, variable name is message, the value is hello world. Okay. This is just in one line I can write rather than writing declaration assignment. Together I can do it. Cool. Now let's explore more on data types. So Java has two things, primitive data type, non-primitive. Will not explore more on non-primitive because that's not required at this moment, but let's go with the primitive data type. Primitive data type, there are things like integer, double, float, character, boolean, byte, short, long. These are the primitive data types. Let's explore one by one. Okay. See, int. This data type I am using to represent integers, which are whole numbers. So double I'm using because I want to print pointed numbers. For example, 50,000.50. If I want to store any value with point, I can use double, or I can use float. Okay. The only difference between double and float is double can hold large value. Float can hold lesser. That's the only thing. Okay. Float has less precision. Precision means like point wise it will be lesser. Like if I write like 98 point something something like 67755, at the end it might lose the precision, or while addition it might lose. Now integer double float. Integer 25 double 50,000.50. And if I want to write floating point, I need to add f to it, like 698.6 f. Character means you write like ABCD or character. If I write this, then it will throw right. It will say, hey, just check it. Too many characters in character literal. This is a character you cannot add multiple things. Either add one only, or it could be anything between this. Okay. Now, now there is something called as boolean. Boolean is used to represent true or false. For example, only two values, true or false. I can use this data type is Java font true, or I can use false. I cannot use anything other than this. If I do this, or if I give string, it'll throw error. It'll say what? Hey, required type is boolean, but what you have provided something called a string. So what I should do? Convert it like this. Cool. Next comes byte. Byte is means it's very small. For example, imagine your year of birth, which holds only four or digits, right? So I don't need to use integer. Integer means it holds large number of data. Okay. Then again short. It's shorter than one more format, one more way of writing primitive data type. Then next is long. Okay. Long and float. For float, I'll use F. For long, I'll use L, capital L, small f. This is long literal means I want to store long. You imagine there was a day where Gangnam style that it crossed Boolean and it started printing negative numbers in YouTube because that was not able to hold that large number in terms of billions. That's where people started saying, hey, something has broken, right? You need to have proper variable type to hold large data. Okay, let's just try these things. Let's just try this and print out. I'll just, if you want, I'll just paste it. People can just literally try on your own. Okay, what I'll do, I'll just go here. What I can do if I want to test, okay. See, I'm going so slow because I'm assuming there are non-CS background people here. If I run, I should get this. Clear? The same thing if I run this, I should get how it looks. Just check it out. Clear? Same way. If I run this, print, wait for us. Clear? Same way. Even you can just check for last true. True. If I want to make it false, I can literally make it false. Clear? See this. Okay. So this is what byte value, short value, big number. Even I can lastly, let me just try this thing. I'm just going to print this system.out.println. I'm going to try big number. If I run this, it will be able to print. See, large number. Okay. So I hope it's very easy, right? Like data types, primitive data types, basically integer, float, boolean, long. Clear? Okay. Anyone has like? I just want you people can try for 2 minutes if you want. I'll just take a small break. Great. So, anyone from non-CS background able to find it very hard? Just let me know. Anyone is here from non-CS background? I could see that yesterday EC people were there. Okay, it's like 2 minutes break. I'll come back. I'll have water and come. Okay. Meanwhile, just try to execute this. Hmm? Okay, guys, so I'm back. I'm not able to hear the volume. I think it's audible. I could hear in YouTube. So people who are in YouTube also can respond back. Okay, guys. Okay. I can see people there checking out. YouTube also I'm looking for. Great. So let's continue. So this is about that. Okay. Now let's just say next one. We'll explore more on operators. What are operators? Operator means which we used to add, we used to delete all those things, right? So operator in Java operator we have things like arithmetic operator, relational operator, logical operator. Okay. Arithmetic operator: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus. Okay. Then relational operator: equal to, not equal to, greater than, less than, greater than equal to, less than equal to. So many things are there, which we'll explore one by one. Logical operator: and or logical one. And means what? For example, let's say, okay, I want to make sure that a student is passed. So I will be checking whether he's passing all the exams, like all the exams as well as subjects. Subject one passed, and two, and three, three, four, five, six. So that's going to be useful. Okay. Next, assignment operator. Assignment means I have already told you, right? Equal to, plus equal to, minus equal to, star equal to. All these things are shorthand. For example, plus equal to means a equal to a plus 10. So if a was 20 originally, now a will be 30. A equal to a minus 10. A minus equal to 10 means if a was 30, now it will be 20. All those things. Next comes increment and decrement operator. Increment by 1, decrement by 1. For example, a equal to 10, a plus plus means it will be 11 now. A minus minus, it will be 9. Okay. Conditional operator. This is ternary operator. This will be asked mostly in interviews. Just check out, if you get a Java interview, anything, just check this about ternary operator. In other place also it's used. Bitwise operator. Bitwise means everything is in bits, right? Binary operation, and or XOR, all these things. If you remember anything, it will be helpful. Left shift, right shift, all these things are bitwise. Cool. So now let's just go through those problems. But before that, I'll just show you here. Okay, let's not worry much about this. Cool. Operators. Is it visible, guys, or not? Can you see? Screen is not visible. Can you see now? Okay, great. Sorry, guys. So let me revise. Arithmetic operators: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus. Modulus means remainder. Relational operator means comparisons. Okay. Logical means and or. Assignment means we assign something to value. Increment and decrement. You can just check this out. Last, conditional and bitwise. All those things we can explore more. Okay. Let's just go with the code. Now, let's just say this is a variable type integer equal to 0. You see here result. The value of result I'm using additional, like plus operator, which is addition operator. So now the result will become 15. Okay, what I can do, and then see I'm using and. For example, and means it is logical, right? So what happens? Result is greater than 15, false. So first part is false, second part is not executed. Is true becomes false. I'm just using shortcut to do a system.out.println. Okay. So let's see first the value of result. Let's try to execute and see what's the output. Result should be 15. So I added and I compared result is greater than 15. This first part false. If first part is false in and anything, even if the first part is false, total result becomes false. So let's just check this. Is 2. So it should be basically false because first part itself false. So if I make 10 plus 6, then okay, now it should be true. First part is true because result is greater than 15, and second part is 5 is greater than count. But in case if count is greater than 5, then what will happen? Result will again become false. Though first part is true, second part is false, right? Because count is 0. The value of the count is 0 and count is not greater than 5. For AND operation, both should be true. Okay. This is first addition operator. In more, we'll just check out here. Okay, we'll explore more on arithmetic operators. Let's just okay. A equal to 10, B equal to 5. To add, I'll use A plus B, differences, subtraction, A minus B, product, A star B. Quotient means what will be the output? Let's see. Modulus means what will be the output? Let's just print and see. Okay, let's say sum. I'll use concatenation operator for strings. Okay, this is called string concatenation. Let's explore more on this. Sum with this difference and value of product. So easy, right? Just simple. As good as writing it in a paper. Let's just take only 3 and try to run the program. So I should get this right. 15. Sum is 15, difference is 5, product is 50. I'll comment out this thing. The same thing. Now let's say quotient. What could be quotient? Okay, 10 by 5. What will be the answer? Remainder. Let's just explore more on this. So I'm going to run it. Quotient will be 10 by 5 means it will be 3. Sorry, 2. 5 by 10 is 2. 10 by 5 is 2. 10 divided by 5. 10 by 5. Modulus. Modulus means what? Basically something which remains. For example, now it is 0. If I take 12 by 5, then definitely it will be 2. And the quotient will be again same, 2. Okay, if I take 23 by 5, what will be the answer? The quotient will be 23 by 4 is 5 fours are 20. The quotient will become 4. The remainder will be 3. Let's just check it out. You see? Got this? Clear? Now, we have explored like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus. Modulus means remainder. Division means dividing like number. Like if I say 100 by 10, it will be 0. 110 by 10, again 0. 105 by 10 means, sorry, divide by means the multiplication number. 110 by 10 is 11. 105 by 10 is 10. 80 by 10 is 8. But 80 modulus 10 is 0. The same way, 82 modulus 10 is 2. Modulus means remainder. Division means the one value. But just check out. It all matters in the data type. If I use float, let's see what happens. What kind of errors we'll get. Or will it work? You see? What we got? 0.0. Still, it worked the same way. The only thing is division will not save the extra thing. For example, you might have told 5 point something. No, it will not work. For that to work, what I should do? I should use the data type should be different. I have to change everything because the data type mismatch will happen. If I'm adding integer, I can assign that to integer. Float, the result should be float. That's why that error came up. Now when I add, let's see the results. Hmm? You see, sum is 28.0, difference is point, product is point. Point is coming because I've changed the data type to float, and quotient is 4.6. Remainder is 3.0. Remainder will always be 3 only because 23 by 5. But quotient changed. It made 4.6. If I made 26, it will be 5.2. Clear? See this? In case I had made int, then it would not have taken the value after dot because integers are always 0 to 10 or whatever, like without floating point. Floating point numbers means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1.2, 1.3, they are floating point. Integers means normal numbers, 1 to 10 or 1 to 100. Okay. Double and integer, sorry, long and integer in Java are without point. Like they're not fractions, they are decimals. Float and double are decimal. Okay, I can just check this out also. For that, just check one more. Just print this and see what happens. Give me 10.0. See this? Because double and float are fractions. Basically, like floating point numbers means points. Decimal number means normal numbers. Okay? Cool. So this is about arithmetic operators. Now, let's explore more on relational operator. Relational means comparisons. Okay? Let's just check this out. I hope this is simple thing is understood by all the people. Clear? I hope non-CS people are also able to understand here. Can non-CS folks just update me here in the chart, like if it's easy or should we go faster? Is the speed good? I'm just waiting for response. And I'm looking through the YouTube also. Okay. Cool. Thank you. So let's continue more. Now, what we discussed basically the arithmetic operators. Now let's understand relational. Relation means comparison. So what happens here? X equal to y. Is 10 equal to 20? No. So this is equal to becomes false. So it's a type of value is Boolean. Boolean means true or false. Not equal, yes. X is not equal to y. That becomes is not equal to value will be true. Greater than y, yes. X 10 is greater than y, no, false. So the result becomes false. X is less than y, true, because y is greater than x. Is less turns out to be true. Greater or equal, yes. No, not going to work out. X is lesser than y. So, but y is greater than equal to, this will work out. Let's just try out this. Okay. Let's just say it's equal to, not equal. Let me comment out this so that it will be easy. Now when I run is equal to, this is false, second is true. Okay, let me make 20. When I give both the numbers same, then the comparison operator basically tells yes, both are equal because they are 20. Otherwise, they're not equal. So first part becomes true, second part becomes false. Let's compare is greater, is less. Okay. So x is greater than y is greater than, sorry, x is less than y, both things becomes false because both are equal. So when I run this, both will be false. So if I change something like 220, then only one of it will be true. Okay, first part is true because 220 is greater than this. Now let's just explore this one. Is greater or equal, is greater or equal, is less or equal. Okay, so both will turn out to be true because 20 is greater than or equal to 20 here. This x is 20, 20 is less than or equal to 20. So both will turn out to be true. Clear? Okay, you people just can try here. On your own. Go here, run this, you'll get it. Okay. Just pasting you. If you want, you can just try out on the spot itself. This also I'll just give you. Just try it along so that it will become easier for you also. Okay. Anyone trying whichever I'm giving, whichever I'm sharing here? Who tried here? Nobody tried? Okay. So let's explore more. Now let's go to the next one, which is logical operators. Okay. Check this. Logical means what? And. If both are true, then and operator will return true. If one is true also, or operator will return true. If P is true, then total equation will be returned true. If Q is true, then also true. If both are true, it will return true. But for the AND operator, everything should true. Let's just check this out, okay? And result or result, not result. Okay. Let's try to run this program. Let's see what happens. You can see that first part is false, second part is true, third part is false. Why? Because true and false returns false. True or false. If one is false, then definitely the result is true. If one is true, I mean one is true, result is true. Here, negation means if it is P is true, it will return false. If P, let's say Q, if I use Q, then not results will be true. Last one will become true. Correct? Yeah, this is all about the logical operators. Let's say I'll do one more thing. PQR. If I use this R, then this will definitely return. Both will return true and last one will return false. Clear? Multiple things also you can run. Okay. This is about who is trying. Anyone trying here? Okay. This is about logical operators. Okay. This is something interesting. Okay. This is a shortcut which people will like more. Assignment operator. Number equal to 10. This is just like assigning. Number is a variable which I'm assigning 10. But look here. What happens when I do this? What happens when I do this? What are these operations? So ultimately here the number is taken and it's added with 5. So when I do this, now the number will be 15. See, number became 15. Now what happens here? 15 minus 3, it will be 12. Okay, you can see this. Here what will be the answer? At this point, it was 15. At this point, it is 12. At this point, number is 12. 12 into 2 will be 24. Let's just check that out. You see, it's 24. Clear? Next, if I divide by 4, then what will happen? 24 by 4 is 6. Let's see. Got the result 6. What is modulus? Modulus of this 3. Now at this 6 mod by 3 is 0. Modulus is 0. Clear? This is really interesting. This is something which mostly interviewer will ask in you. Like they'll be asking, okay, what is this? If you're going for Java interview. Okay. And this is also most likely asked for freshers. For example, they'll say increment by 1, increment by, decrement by 1. Okay. Let's see this. When I run this, it will be like this. See, now the count is 5 at the beginning. Then when I incremented it, it incremented by 1. If I use plus plus operator, it will be incremented by 1. So it will be 6. When again I decrement, it will be this. So it's a increment as well as decrement operator. Okay. I hope you people are getting this. Okay. Now let's go to one more operator, which is ternary operator. Ternary operator we can use in a lot of interview things, like for example, if they ask, okay, hey, print true or false, or if something like that. For example, look here. Here what's happening, this is comparing. I'm comparing A1 with B1. If this first part returns true, then I'm going to assign first value to max, otherwise second value. For example, you'll give, right, find the maximum in two numbers, then you can use ternary operator rather than if else. Okay, let's just explore this more. See, okay, I think, yeah, max is 10. If I make 50 and then run, then it will be 50. Correct? B1 is greater than here 10. So it's just simple. What logic you give? First part. If first part in this becomes true, then I'll return A1, otherwise B1. Okay? So this comparator, whatever you do in the first part, if it returns true, I'll assign the first part to the variable here before equal, otherwise B1. People can again try it here. Let's just try this on the spot here. Look. See this 10. So if I make 100, definitely it will be still 50, because no, I think something compilation thing. Okay, no, wait, A1 is lesser than, yeah, if I give 100, sorry, if I give 100, then it will take B. Okay, cool. So they're like logical. See this bitwise and bitwise, or if you want, you people try it. It's just some more way of writing, like, see, this is all binary format. I would like you people to try on your own. Okay, I'll just share it across. Cool. Okay, now we covered operators. Okay, anyone who feels like, okay, we did not get it, just ask me here. I'll answer you on the spot. Anyone who did not understand this? Anybody is here from YouTube? Not able to hear. I hope you people have felt this. This form is filled by you, right? See, based on this only, if you are from non-IT background, based on that only, I'll be able to check out next contents. If else part, yes. If else part, see, I'm just going to explain the control structures now. That's the next part. In this only, just check out in this, just like basically operators. Any doubts in operators? Okay, anyone from YouTube? Okay, cool. Let's go to the next one. So Java has something called as control structures. Every programming language has control structures. Let's say if statement, if else statement. What is if statement? What is it used for? It is used for conditional execution. For example, imagine that you are a voter and you go there and you check, okay, hey, I want to vote for this election. Then they'll check your eligibility criteria. They'll say if your age is more than 18, you're eligible. That's a logical thing which will do. Okay. Next is if else statement. If else means what? Okay. Previously I checked, okay, if you are eligible, then do it. But I need to give you other condition also, no? If your age is greater than 18, then you are eligible to vote. Otherwise, you are not eligible. If the condition becomes true, then this part of the code is executed, else second part. That is for if else. Okay. So whatever you write in curly bracket, that's called as block. That's, if the condition is true, first block is executed, otherwise second block. Clear? Now I can write if else if multiple condition. If I can write multiple condition, if first condition is true, execute the block one. If second is else, if second condition is true, execute the second block. Otherwise, execute the last block. So only if first condition fails, then it will check the second condition. Otherwise, it will print the last one. So we can write as many conditions as possible. Okay. For example, imagine that say I want to know which day it is. If today is Sunday, print Sunday. Otherwise, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday till end. We keep on writing if else like that. Okay. This is for that logic. But that's kind of like not recommended, right? Maximum 2 3 things we should write. We should not write 7. That's where we get a statement called as switch. What switch statement does, it selects one of many cloud box used based on value. For example, based on this expression, if expression matches particular case like value 1 value 2 something, if say if day is Tuesday and the case matches that value, then that block is executed. And there's break used. We need to use break for each case. This is the syntax for the switch case. And default is something if none of the case is matched, the default code block is executed. Okay, this is the switch statement. Then there are multiple loops, like for example, while loop and do while loop. While means until unless this condition part is true, my code keeps on running. Do while means, hey, execute it and then check. Okay, this is what do while. For example, while means, let's say you go to Darshani. It's like, hey, until unless you don't pay, you are not allowed to eat. In normal restaurant, eat then pay. Until unless you pay, they'll not let you go, but they'll let you eat in the restaurant. Okay. Simple example. I have taken something which you can understand. For loop. For loop means what? It provides a way to iterate over a range of values. For example, let's say array. Array means I said consecutive, like continuous values or put in a variable. So I can use this for loop. Just check out this for loop syntax. Syntax is for initialization, condition, update. So we need to initialize, then check the condition. If the condition is true, then execute the code, then come back, update it, then check the condition, then go into it. So what happens? First initialization happens, condition check, then enter into the block, then come back, then do the update, then check the condition, then get into the code, then again update, then condition. This is the way it's coded. This enhanced for loop is just for Java, where we type data type, variable, and array. It means it takes just that and print it. Okay. Then there's something called as break. So what, in a loop, if I want to break, I can put some condition and I can break using break keyword. Continue means if I want to skip, for example, if I say there are 10 values, when I reach I equal to 7, I don't want to continue the rest of code, then I can use continue. Break means completely come out of the loop. Continue means just skip that iteration and then go for next. For example, if I'm in 7, go to 8. Okay, that's about this. Let's just check this basic syntax, right? If the condition is true, execute. If the condition is true, execute. Otherwise, go to the second part, if else. If else, it means as long as first condition is true, execute the one block. The second, if not, go to the second condition. If true, execute it. Otherwise, go to the condition wherever it's matching. Otherwise, at last, else. Switch. Based on this expression, if this expression matches any case value, then execute that block and please write the break. If you don't write break, it will keep on executing until unless it reaches the break. Default means if no case matches, it executes that. Okay. While loop keeps on executing as long as this condition is true. Do while will execute first and then check the condition. Then again come back, check the condition. For loop means it has 3 steps. Means, for example, initialization, condition, update. So for loop, when it starts, it initializes, check the condition, and gets into the code. Then comes back, updates something, then checks the condition, goes into it. Again comes back, update, check the condition, go into it. Right? Enhanced for loop is just for Java or something like that. We can just check it out as long as the values are there in the array. Break statement, I told, right? If I want to break the loop, I can use break. If I want to skip the iteration, I can use continue. Skip iteration means I'm iterating through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Means third one I don't want, I can skip it using continue. Okay, cool. Anyone who want me to explain this YouTube link? I think YouTube link. Can someone share YouTube link, please? Okay. If else part, Amit, I hope you understood this. Am I clear? Switch case. Okay. Switch case. Okay. I'll explain with the code then. Let's just go with if part. Okay, just check this comment. Java has various control flow structures like if, else, switch, for, while, do while. The if statement is used for conditional execution. Okay, just check here. Now the variable age has value 20. What I'm doing, I'm checking if age is greater than 18, then only this part is executed. Let's try to run this. So you are an adult. Yes, you can vote. Clear? If I make it 12, then this part is not executed. Then what happens? You will not be able to see this. Clear? You can't see anything, right? Just these logical controls are really required for all the coding. When I explain algorithms, right, this is really required. Clear? See, I can see only other part. This is not printed. If I make it as 32, and it's printed. See, you're an adult. Clear with if? Okay, amazing. Now, let's just go with if else part. Check here. what I'm doing, if age is greater than or equal to 18, then you are an adult, you can vote. I can say, and you can vote. Clear? Otherwise, you are a minor. Let's just run this and check. You see, you're a minor because the value of age is 15. If I make it 25, I run the program, it should be, hey, you're an adult, you can vote. Clear? This is just if, this is if else. Just try it out. Okay. This is very straight comparing of this. As long as this condition is success, this part executes. So I have taught operators, right? Operator returns true or false. So this is returning true at this point. Then this block of code executes. Otherwise, this block is executed. Clear? Can I explain with program? Okay, we'll come with programs. Wait, which one you wanted? Can do one or outside. Okay, we'll do it. We have a lot of programs here. Arrays and strings. I'll explain there. Let's just check if else. Okay, see here. I have scored 75 in my subject called as English. Oh, my score is 75. It's good job, keep it up. No, man, people are expecting more than 80, 90. So I'm like, oh, good job, keep it up. No, just keep it up, right? So these days, parents are expecting more than 98, 99. So you should have like 99. Then they'll call excellent. Okay, what happened? The first part become true, then you're an excellent things will come up. Okay, I'll just comment this. So if I put 89, then they'll say, okay, hey, good job. Not bad, you can improve. Correct? If I get 39, though I'm passed, but still like it's a passing marks, but still they'll say, hey, no, man, keep it up. Even 79 is not acceptable here. This is if this is true, execute this. Else this is true, then execute this. If this both the conditions are not satisfied, then only the last part will be executed. Understood this? I hope this one is understood. Clear? Okay, that's great. Now, coming to the switch part. Let's just try with the switch. Shall I share this? I'll just share this code. Everyone. Okay? Now just check it out. I know you people will try this. I'm pretty sure. At least in my college days, I used to find it very difficult to do this. Okay. Now let's go with switch case. Okay. Now what we'll do, we'll just say, hey, which day is this? So generally, there are 7 days in a week. So if I had used if else means I would have written 7 if else if else if, right? So rather than that, I'll do this. Okay, let me explain this. So 3, case 3, 4, 5. Second. Hey, it's weekend. We are enjoying. Okay, let's just execute this. So when I execute this, it will print what? Day is Tuesday. Clear? Now, imagine I had not put this break here. Okay, I had not put this break here. I had not put this break here. If I had made this day 1, what happens is unless it will match the first case, then it'll print. Unless it finds a break, it keeps on printing. I mean, like it keeps on working on it. And if you see, instead of day name as Monday, it has taken Tuesday because it came till here. Let's just make a few things changes. Okay. So this, okay. Imagine, I'll remove this. I'll remove this. I'll remove this. Remove break. Why break is important? I'm just showing you. Okay, let's just put break here. If I execute by taking this 2, it will come here, it will match this, it will print here, and it will go on printing, and it will go on executing the blocks as long until unless it reaches break or it finishes. See here, Tuesday, 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 Tuesday. Right? Okay, I need to make it. Ayo. Someone should have said no, Wednesday, Thursday. That's why I'm saying what if everything is coming as today. Now you can see Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You see? But I broke here. If I don't break, then again it'll get Friday. Right? Even if I remove the break, then what happens? It'll go to the default. And you say, hey man, what's happening? What's wrong here? If I take 1 means definitely it will execute everything. Clear? See, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Oh man. So I don't want to screw that. That's the reason. Oh, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So what I do, I go here, I put it, I put it, I put it like this. And then if I execute, I'll get it only 2, which is Tuesday. If I make it 6, then it will be weekend. If I make it 2, 5, it will be Friday. Clear? Anyone is still having any doubts on this switch? Please tell me. Switch is clear, I hope. No, sir. Okay. It's not. Hey, I'm really sorry, extremely sorry. I don't know how I lost my connection. Like this, right? It's really common. I lost all the charts also. Okay, can you hear me, guys? Anyone? I'm really sorry about this. Can you hear me? See, I see in YouTube people are saying if statement is used in switch statement. Screen lagging. I'm not sure. Okay, I'm really sorry about this. Okay, so I believe switch is understood. I can write if else also, but if I have a lot of conditional things, then it's better to use switch. Okay, just trying to share again. everyone in the link. Try this here. You people, what you should do is you should go here, you should try this and just try this, run this, you'll get a lot of results, better results. Okay, that on the spot you can do it now. Okay, now next we'll go with next one, which is while loop. Okay, while loop, just check this while loop. See, while this condition becomes false, it keeps on executing. So at this point, count is 0. 0 is lesser than 5, true? Yes, execute this. And I'm incrementing count. See, I need to increment count in this block. If I don't do it, this will go into infinite mode and our system will crash. Let's just check this. Right, count 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I make it 15, then it will execute till 14. Clear? This is while loop. Anyone having any doubt here in the while loop? If I make this as 10, then at the first only it will not execute. See, empty. Okay. Check this out. Once again, what is once again? Switch you want? Okay, I think we have a lot of things to cover. Just try to check this. Okay. Switch case, based on the case, the block executes. This is while loop. Okay. Can you understand this file? Very basic things. Count is 0, and I'm comparing, like it's like 0 is less than 5. Yes, true. Then get into it. Execute. Count is now 1. 1 is compared with 5. Yes. 1 is lesser than 5. Then execute this. Then now count becomes 2. 2 is less than 5. Yes, execute this. Then come back. Count becomes 3. Execute it. Count becomes 4. Count becomes 5. When count becomes 5, it checks 5 is less than 5. That is false. Then it comes out here. You can see. Let's show you. So double slash means comment. Okay. See this. This is executing. If I make it 10, then definitely it will not execute. This block will never be executed. Okay. Now this is where the difference between while and do while comes up. Let's just check this. What I told, while checks the condition, then executes. But what do while does, even if I give 10 also, it will just print. First it will execute, then it checks. See here, it printed, then it checked and said, oh, something is wrong. If I give 0, then it will go and print here. Right? While and do while means until unless this condition is true, keep on executing. Do while means execute, then check it. Clear? You are here for attendance. Okay, is it are you able to understand this? Okay, while loop, do while loop. Now let's have one more loop, which is for loop. See, this loops, while, do while, for loop, all the things are necessary in sorting, searching. Everywhere we'll use this. That's why I'm going very slow here. Okay. See, when there are many cases, definitely we'll use switch. If else is not suitable. Clear, Vaishnavi? Anyone here? Yes. Screen is stopped now. Okay. So I was having some problem. Okay. Now let's say for loop. For loop means what? See, I told you here, no? Okay, I'll debug and show you. See this. I'll just show you one thing here. Now, when the execution came here, now I'm running. What is the value of I? It is 0. Okay. Now I debug. Now when I come, what is the value of I? 1. It is incremented. 1 is less than 5, it executed. Then again it goes here. Now you just check I is incremented 2, then again it comes inside. So it goes on until you reach a position. Now I is 4, still goes. No, it comes out when I got incremented to 5. Right? See this console? This is a normal for loop. And what I did was debugging. This probably not easy to do here. I'm not sure if we can debug here, but debugging is easier in some IDEs. IDE means integrated development environment. Clear? Okay, this is a normal for loop. I'm iterating this, means running this block 5 times. Okay. Now I had told you enhance for loop, right? This is array of values. Array means continuous values, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are stored in array. I'll explain array and string next. I'm just using that for each to print. Don't think much. Just check this out. This is just a syntax to print. Here the numbers array has type integer. That's why I'm using this. It's not necessary, but it's good to learn that. Maybe when you explore more on advanced Java, then you can have it. Okay. Now last bits of control structures. Okay. Break and continue. See, I told you, whenever I put a break, this part is means this for loop execution stops. Let's just try this. I'm commenting break, commenting this part. If I run this, how many times this loop will run? How many times? Can anyone respond? One person quickly. How many times this will run? Quickly. We are running out of time. 10. Awesome. So let's run this. So you'll be able to see 10 times. But if I use this break, then whenever I reaches 5, the loop breaks and comes out. Let's just try that. See this? To 4 only it printed. Okay, this above one is there, that's why it's printing. So this up to 4 only, means 0 to 4. I means up to 5. And it stopped. That is the case of break. But what happens with continue? Continue means whenever I reach to this, that the lines in that iteration or in that execution skips and it goes to the next. So it will print 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, then 6, up to 10, up to 9. Just check this out. See, after 4, the 5 is not printed. Okay, wait, what happened? Let's just check this in a debugging mode and see. Okay. So running. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, good, 5. When I came here, just check here. It gets into this condition becomes true and it says continue. Means when I say continue, it will not go. It didn't come here. It went to the next iteration. It went here directly, I plus plus. Then I became 6 now. Like this, it will go on executing. Okay. Break and continue. Clear? And it outs 9. Okay, 9 iterations. Yes, clear. You're right. So this is about break and continue. Okay. So as I say, I also want to take a break. Now next, what I'll as someone was saying, no, they wanted some code, right? So here, right, we have code in array, we have code in strings. So this. Let me take a quick break, have a cup of water, and come back. Okay. We'll explain arrays. We'll explain strings. Okay. So meanwhile, you can just check out this. Cool. YouTube link, right? Okay, let me share that. Okay, just check this out. Try if you are able to see this. Just give a thumbs up if you are able to open this YouTube, and this is a live link. Okay, a minute break. I'll come back. Just keep trying the exercise which is given. Okay, thank you. And also try to fill the form. Hmm? Okay, so I'm back. I'm able to see all the things. Cool. So I'm audible. I believe you're able to hear me. Okay, your screen is shared. So what is array? Array means an ordered fixed size data structures which store elements of same type. Remember in Java, normal array, we have to store same type. So you see here, array means I'll use square bracket and type data type square bracket and number and then like this. This is the initialization. Okay. So numbers is a array of type integer. Okay. Numbers is a array of integers. Clear? Next, if I want to access some element, I should use square bracket and give the index. Remember, array starts from 0. For example, if you say these are 5 elements, right? But the array starts from 0th index. For example, first is in 0th index. Number 2 is in first index. Number 5 is in 4th index. Okay, if I do numbers of square bracket 2, then it will give me 3, which is at the index 2, which is at third element. Okay. If I want to get the length of array, I just use dot length. If I do dot length, then I'll get the length. Okay. Iterating through array, I think you have already seen simple. Like for example, for int I equal to 0 and up till length. Just see, you can see here, right? There are 5 elements, but length is 5, but last index is 4. That's the reason starting from 0 up to less than length means up to 4. If length is 5, up to 4 I'll go and access it. This is multi-dimensional array. Okay, multi-dimensional array. All these things will check now. Cool. Okay, let's just go with this arrays. Just see here. Able to see my screen? Okay, I believe people can see this. Look at this. So numbers, this is array. Okay, and if I want, 1 second. Okay, imagine third element. Okay, I run this, I get this 3. Okay, I think I'm running something else. Can say this, right? Look here, I'm getting this 3. If I want to get 5, what should I do? 4. If I do this, I get third element, like fifth element. If I want number 1, then I should use 0 because every array starts from 0th index. Clear? Okay. If I want to iterate through this, then I can do something like this. Either use this array length, get the length and store in one variable and pass it here, or give numbers dot length here. Okay, if I run this, then what will happen? It will print all the numbers 1 to 5. Clear? Okay, this is just a simple array. Imagine if I want to do multi-dimensional array. Multi-dimensional array will be created like this. It's a 2D array. If I want to iterate through it, what I'll do, I have to write multiple for loop. This is something similar like bubble sort, right? We did for loop inside for loop, correct? So you see here, for I equal to 0, I less than matrix length, I plus plus j equal to 0, j less than matrix of I length, then this I comma j means square bracket I close open then j. If I run this, then I'll get 1 2 3 up to this. Okay, now this should look different for you because initially I'm taking matrix dot length, then I dot length. Okay, if I take matrix dot length, it will give number of rows. How many rows are there? There are 3 rows. I dot length will give the first row element. For example, see, imagine if I give 44, if I give 66, then what will happen? Matrix dot length will be 3, matrix I length will be 4 here. So let's just check out this. See? So normal dot length will give the outside one 3 rows, and I dot length will give for 1 row how many columns are there. Clear? People can try this out. Okay. This arrays is more important. Now someone asked program, right? Who's that? Who asked programs? Let's say quickly. Okay, let's say here, if I want to print some of this, so this is the way we define. Either I can define like this, or if I'm reusing the variable, then I can use new int square bracket curly bracket 1 3 4 semicolon. Okay, initially I'm assigning sum equal to 0 because I want to add. This is one of the operator, right? Assignment operator. So let me run and see what will be the output. It should be 15. Correct? Got some of this using normal for loop. This is for each. Or I could write, so the same thing I can write like this. For int I equal to 0, I less than numbers dot length I plus plus. Then what I'll do, system.out.println numbers of I. If I run this, I'll get everything. See, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But what I wanted sum. If I put this, then it will give me the result. It should be 15. Clear? This is program 1 to find a sum of array. I think all people might have tried this all in your like first semester or something if you are CS. Now, this is the second problem which says find the maximum element in an array. Check here, which is maximum where 8, 9, right? 9 is the maximum. So what we are doing, we are comparing number by number. Okay, let me debug this and show you. So by default, what we take a variable max and we say, hey, first number is max. Zeroth index, right? Array starts from zeroth index. That's where we say numbers of 0 is max. So max is 8 now. So when I debug this, see, I'll just start. So what is max now? It is 8, right? And I have to iterate through everything. Compare with next number. So as I am starting with 0th index, I'll start from 1. So what I did, I compared numbers of I, means number 2, which is I is 1, right? Number 2 with max, which I took as 0th index. Is 2 greater than 8? False. So it goes up. Still 8 is max. Then again I come back and again I compare. Max is 8, I is 2. At 2 we have 5. Still it fails. Again I go up. Again I come back. Max is 8, I is 3. At 3 what we have? 1. Then again the condition fails. It goes up. Again now. Max is 4. But at index 4 it is 9. So this condition becomes true. Now we update the maximum as 9. So the now new maximum is 9. You see? Maximum is 9. Again I go and I compare with last index, which is 5. But again 9 is lesser than that, so it comes out. Now when you run this, you will get max as 5, sorry, 9. Clear? So let's run and see. Right? Did we understand this? Who did not understand this quickly? This is basically debugging, okay? So we have programs like reversing an array, find duplicate element, find average of an array, okay, removing duplicates. So many programs are there, which we can continue tomorrow. But I just want you to understand how the array problems comes up. So array of values are there. These are generally asked in freshers interview. For example, they'll give you array, they'll say, give me the maximum element. They'll give array, they'll say reverse it and give. They'll give array, they'll ask, can you find out duplicate elements? They'll give array, they'll say, can you find the average of all this? Like sum of this divided by length of this. Duplicates, not just finding, remove them. That's also possible. Okay. Any quick questions on this? Okay, let's just go with next thing. Strings. This is the last topic for today. Okay, strings in Java. What is strings? Strings are something like sequence of characters and generally they are in objects. Okay, this is string greeting. Okay, now there will be a lot of string methods like length, size, so many are there. These are some examples like dot length, method, uppercase, lowercase. These are like methods are some reusable code, right? I'll show you how methods are written, how it's executed. Okay, Concatenation, if I want to add two things like John something, I can use this. Okay, this hello, hello. So I'm comparing two things, which will be false because small hello, capital hello is different. Substring means I'm extracting from this whole, right? Greeting is hello world. In that, hello will be extracted. Okay. So let's quickly see the problems. Let's check here. It's already we have done it. No? I run this. You'll be able to see hello coders. Clear? Okay. Next, length. So if I want to get the length of this, I just need to use dot length and call it with this. So method invocation is done like this, right? So greeting dot length will give me the length, which will be I think 10 plus or 12. Okay, 14. Clear? And if I want to convert everything into uppercase, I can use two uppercase method. You just see here, everything will be uppercase now. Correct? If I want to convert everything into lower, I just need to use two lowercase method. Okay, I'll just run this. See, you got this? The same way, imagine I want to use concatenation of string. Then what I can do, I can use just plus. Then run this, it will be MS Dhoni if I print it. This getting MS Dhoni. Clear? Okay, now I want to compare to, I just run this. Okay, I need to print it. Is equal to will turn out to be false because both are, so this false. So if I make this capital, then it will return true. Clear? Okay, let's come to substring. Greeting was what? Greeting was hello coder. Now if I do this substring, sub will be hello. I make 10, up to 10 it will be. See this? Hello COD. Okay, so these are the methods which we are using. Clear? Okay, so this is one of the interview questions. They'll say, hey, I've given you a string. Can you check out palindrome? Don't you think this is one of the interview question? Checking palindrome. Who thinks this is an interview question? Say yes quickly. We are only 10 minutes. Who says palindrome is normally asked everywhere? Anyone says yes? Yes, great. Thank you. So how we can calculate? We can use char add keyword and calculate and check out. Okay. So to check that, I can use equals method. So let me run. So when I reversed is palindrome, yes, it is true. If I say like this, then it will say false. Clear? This is one of the question. Okay. So we have counting ovals, reversing a string, finding substring in occurrences. No, substring occurrence. For example, in this, just tell where is Java. These are the questions or like programs we get in strings. Okay, we'll continue with arrays and programs on arrays, programs on string tomorrow, and also we'll check out this, like see what is algorithm. Okay, what are the characteristics of algorithm, right? How to find time complexity, space complexity, big O notation, O in log n, big O in n log n, square, n cube, cubic, quadratic, right? What is space complexity? Like how much space algorithm takes, like constant space, linear space, quadratic space, all those things. Then we'll give you some real world examples like quick sort, bubble sort, binary search, linear search. These are the examples. Graph algorithm, search algorithm, sort algorithm. These all will cover in next 5 days. Like tomorrow we'll continue with this. Then again, next 5 days we'll have. See this, how we can analyze time, space, all these things we can do it. Okay. So, do you have any questions? Do you have any queries? Any questions for me? Like, was it good for a non CS background? Was it really fast? Anyone here? Anybody here? Queries, please. Do you have any questions? We can just check out whatever we studied till now. Okay. Okay. Thanks, Amit. Thanks. Thank you, Akshay. Thanks a lot. If you respond, then it will be helpful. And tomorrow I'll come up with better, enthusiasm. I'll be, speaking better. I'll give you a lot of interactive things. Okay. I'll get motivated basically if you feel you are understanding. Yes, you get a certificate. Multiple array program. Okay, let me just quickly show you that. Multiple array. Check this. This is a multiple array, right? I'll show you a simple thing. Before running this, I'll show you. Matrix dot length. Okay. I'll print this, and inside this, matrix of I. What is matrix of I? First I'll print, then matrix of I dot length I'll print. Okay. Let's not print anything else. I'll just use this. Let's see this. Okay, what's happening? Why is it not printing? Probably I'm executing something else because it's string. Okay. Now you see here. This is matrix of I. Okay. Now you look here. What happened? The matrix length is 3. The matrix is 4 here. Correct? So it keeps on checking that. So that's how we can get it. Now when we want to print matrix of I. Okay, I'll debug and show. Put a debugger here. Debug it. When you come here, you will be able to see. See, what's the value of I now? 0. What's the value of J now? 0. Which means this item. Okay. Run it. Come back here. Now, what's the value of I? 0. What's the value of J? 1. Because we are still in the inner loop. Then which will print? 2. Like this, if we keep on doing, then we'll be able to execute. Now you see. Let me just do this. Okay, now we went to outer loop, and then when we came here, what is the value of I? 2. When we went inside, then it runs. It is executed properly. Okay, everything is printed here. Clear? Just need to understand how the debugging happens. I mean, where is it? Where it went? Here. How this is done. This is major. This is something which will help you iterate through a multi-dimensional array. Clear? This is just a 2-dimensional array. We can write multiple dimension as much as possible. Oh, thank you. So should I access of recommendation or like 1 second? Wait, what happened? Thank you, Sheikh. Thank you, Vaishnavi. Thanks for everything. Uh, Power BI course means I don't know what is this. Radhika, you can practice anywhere. You can just practice online, or I'll give you the link online code editor. You can just do it at the end. Okay. Any other queries? Anything. Anything, guys? Thank you. On phone, I would recommend online compiler. This only you have to try on phone. Just check out if you can access. Okay, if there are no more queries, we can wind up, and tomorrow we'll come and we'll explore more about this. Okay, more about programming, more about coding, so that next week onwards, like next week, we'll walk through the algorithms. Okay. Okay, keep learning, keep loving the code, explore yourself. Thank you. Amar, over to you.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much. So, dear participant, if you have any query or question for me, please let me know in the chat box. Both Zoom and YouTube participant. And I already shared the attendance link. Please mark your attendance and don't forget to share your valuable feedback. How about attendance? Hey, I already shared the attendance. I'm sharing once again. Please mark your attendance. Recording class, you will get all the recorded classes over Zoom, over LMS and YouTube as well. I hope all of you have LMS access. YouTube participant, you have any query? No, sir. No, sir. Okay, good. Okay. What is the duration of this course? This course will be for 16 hours. Yes, Monday to Friday. Yeah, no problem. Okay, then thank you so much, all of you, for joining the session, and we'll meet you on tomorrow at same time. Thank you.